Hello, everyone, and welcome to Inside Outside Yoga. Here is the recording that I promised you for working on our stress, our anxiety, maybe in a little bit of our depression. So I have a little flow going on here. Jabba's going to help. I don't know how long he's going to stay there, but look how cute he is. It's a great way to get out of sadness or stress is to look at my cat. Anyway, find your way into a nice, easy seat. And we're going to start with a little somatic release. So somatic release is to kind of take all that physical stress that we've had that we're just compounding in our body. We're going to take 1 minute to just release it. And we're going to start with some shoulder rolls, whatever feels good right now, just with those shoulders. How stressed are you feeling right now? How anxious are you? Maybe roll a few times back, a few times forward. And then let's take those shoulders all the way up to the ears. And in one big exhale, let them drop really fast. And let's do it again. Inhaling all the way up. Maybe not all the way up, but close. And then exhale. So one more time. Inhaling and exhale. Excellent. All right, let's do the same thing. Well, almost the same thing with our jaw. Just moving the jaw around. We often hold so much tension in our jaws and in our hips. So why not release a little bit of that? It's okay. Maybe even massage it a little bit. Get some of that stress release there. Okay, so we're going to do now from our nice easy seat, 3 breaths. Really deep belly breath. And on the slow exhale, shake those hands. We'll do it once more. Inhaling, belly, all the way belly full. And exhale. And once more, and this time, really make sure to sigh it out. So inhale and exhale. Head nods as well. So just chin the chest gently. Neck is nice and long to protect the neck. If it feels good, maybe doing some side to side. So I went kind of quickly with that only because I want you to know that you could go through that somatic exercise anytime you feel really anxious or really stressed. You could pull any one of those or do all of them in a really short period of time. You could do it at your desk if you're at work. You could do it some of them in your car. Maybe not doing the shaking if it's taking your hands off the wheel, unless you have one of those fancy self-driving cars. But you can find a time and a place. Maybe just hide in the bathroom if you need to. Seriously, go out and do it. I have found myself walking out to my car and doing some of these exercises locked in my car so no one could find me. So whatever you need to do. All right, let's find our way into some Baddha Konasana. So feet together right in front of us. Could be a little further away. Maybe it's right by your hips. What feels good to you? So remember that this is about releasing those tensions. We're not trying to make anything more stressful. So find what feels good. If anything ever doesn't feel good here, there are always alternatives. Don't feel like you have to do exactly what we're doing here. So find your alternatives if you need to. So as we're sitting here, maybe rocking back and forth, or maybe giving your little butterfly wings, loosening up that tension here. Maybe even just gently stretching side to side. Listen to your lower back. Make sure the spine is nice and tall. The belly button is pulled in. If you're going to do any twisting, just very gently with your palms on the knees, just moving the shoulders side to side or flapping the wings, whatever feels good. But I'm going to invite you to take this week to give yourself some self-love. And it's not what you think. I just mean take some time to prioritize yourself. We always put others first, or we very often do. And it's not selfish to make sure that you are taking care of yourself. And you could do that maybe even just by setting goals. Have you set any seasonal intentions or seasonal goals? I like to set a few for myself, 3 to 5, nothing more. And they're not super specific, like become the richest person on the planet. It would be nice though. I'd take that job. But I don't know if I would. That's a lot of stress. Um, but just set some goals for yourself and then be compassionate with yourself if you aren't meeting those goals right away. You're a work in progress, and that's beautiful. It's wonderful. Those goals are just, they're little, you know, ways, guidelines for you to live a very intentional life. Instead of just going through the motions day to day, set those intentions to live a meaningful and intentional life, a mindful life, where you're experiencing your days, you're experiencing your moments, you're experiencing the little tiny beauties in life, right? We'll do more with that later. We're also going to do some postures today to help us to find our voice so that we can self-advocate, because that's certainly one of the most important parts of us growing, getting out of our comfort zone, which is so hard for us. But when we get out of our comfort zone, that's where we grow and we can move past whatever is keeping us back. All right, let's do some warming up, shall we? All right, I'm going to keep my right leg folded in and stretch the left leg out. So I'm going to take right foot is next to my left thigh. And I'm going to reach my left hand over toward my foot. Now remember that we're being compassionate for ourselves. Self-compassionate, is that a word? So when we're compassionate for ourselves, you can use blocks to support. It's all right. So spine nice and tall. Maybe we have a tall block. Maybe we have it on the side. Maybe we're grabbing the toes. Wherever you're at, grab on and let the right arm twist up. And maybe we're just twisting a little bit. Listen to that back. Listen to your body. What does it need? Keep breathing. All right, and release. And let's switch legs. So left foot now is next to my thigh. And of course, block. You could even be using, oh, look at that. So use your yoga belt, use your block, or use your toes, whatever is working for you. Arch that left arm up over. Feel the side body gaining a little bit of strength, gaining a little bit of length. And release. And now let's bring our legs out wide. Now I'm going a little quicker than normal, maybe, but so feel free to stay a little longer in each of the postures if that feels good. Okay, so for this one, you can use your belt. I'm going to use the belt, but you can certainly just grab for the toes. This time we're going to do a forward fold over our leg. So if I take my belt around my left foot and bring my heart space toward it. So instead of it being my chin, I don't care about the chin coming down, but my heart space, gently leaning over, hinging at the hips, breathing into it. Maybe each breath, the spine is long. Each exhale, we get a little bit closer to the shin, even if it's not close at all. That's okay. Wherever you are, it's where you need to be. Okay, and release, and let's come over to the other side. So sit all the way up first, shift your weight, and then grab your toes, grab the belt. You could even have two blocks. But inhale is spine long, exhale, heart space a little closer. Anjaba. Nothing more professional than when your earpiece falls out because you're cooing over your cat. All right. One more breath here. Release. And I'm going to take my belt and put it to the side, but we'll be able to use it again in a couple different spots. Okay. I'm going to roll into hands and knees. This will be my tabletop. And you know what we do here? Oh, you're right. Yes. A little cat cow. Well, just becoming mindful of the movement in your cat cow. Remember, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, belly button to spine when you're in your cat, belly button drop when you're in your cat. Feel the chin carving through space, tucking in for cat, and opening up for cow. Open up that throat chakra, Remember, we're finding our voice, speaking up for what we need, getting out of our comfort zone. Okay, so from here, let's take the left leg, and I'm going to use the left leg as support. Right leg reaches out for a little supported side plank. So pressing through my left fingers, activating my core, reaching my right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Opening up my throat chakra so I'm not clenched in, opening that up. You can stay right here or let the right ankle float up into a supported side half moon. And release, come back down into our table. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So now right leg becomes the support, just moving my right leg out to the side, stretching the left leg out, pressing through my right fingers and palm, inhaling the left fingertips up toward the ceiling. Stay here or let the left ankle float up. And release, come back down into our table. If you want to shake it out, maybe do some hips side to side or a couple press toes, just slowly release any of that tension. And then meet me back in that neutral tabletop. Okay, so from here, we're going to do a little balancing table. So weight goes onto my left knee and right hand, reaching my right leg out. And if you want to stay with toes connected to the mat, you can. Left arm reaches out in front, or let the left or right heel reach up. Sorry. Right heel floats up. And we can hold right here, take 2 breaths, or do something a little different, a little tiger tail. I'm going to take my left hand and reach around and see if I can find, where is it? My right foot. So right foot comes up to my hip. And maybe I just hold it. Maybe you're like, oh my gosh, I found it without falling over. Great, hold it there. Or maybe you kick out a little bit. Find your drishti, find your focal point. And release. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. One of the reasons that balance poses are so important if we're dealing with anxiety and depression is that it can help us to kind of distract our brain. We have something that we have to focus on. All right, shifting the weight now to left hand and right knee. Press the left foot out, toes curling on the mat. Reach your right hand out in front of you, and you could stay right here. Let the right heel float up. Pull that belly button in. Feel the energy pulling both directions. And stay there or do the same thing here. See if you can bend the left heel toward the hip, reach the right hand around and grab the foot. Maybe you touch it, maybe you're near it. Oh, I found it. That's great. Maybe you can hold on to it and kick in, get a little arch in the back, but be gentle. Find that drishti. If you just fell over, it's okay. Just come right back. Okay, we'll release. Awesome. All right, shake it out a little bit. Knees come as wide as the sticky mat. Toes come together, send the hips back. And remember, you can always put a block underneath the hips if you need to, or a block underneath the forehead. Blocks are our friends. Okay, reaching out into our child's pose, sinking in, take a moment to breathe deep. And remember, if you have some intentions you've already set, some goals for yourself, just remind yourself, and remember, be compassionate. There's no, I can't believe I haven't done this. Celebrate your wins because no win is small. Okay, so let's release, kind of rolling up, pressing through, curling my toes. I'm going to send my hips up into my first down dog. Feel free to pedal out your down dog, sending the energy down the heels, waking up the backs of the legs, the hips, and even the feet and ankles. A lot going on here. Okay, and take a moment of quiet. And we're going to step forward and step our feet on either side of our hands. Instead of bringing the feet in between the hands, we'll bring them on the outside of the hands. We'll do a little malasana. So I'm going to slowly walk up this time. Feet on either side, heels come in. I'll move. My knee just popped. Heels come in, toes are out, and we sit down. And you can sit down on a block, or you can sit all the way down here. Just bring our hands in prayer. Take a moment to breathe into this. And whatever your malasana looks like, maybe you're leaning forward a little bit for a little more grounding, keeping your spine nice and tall, elbows pressing against the thighs. Maybe the elbows are here, hands are in, maybe you're up a little bit. Whatever your malasana. And then we're going to move through a round of sun salutation A. Okay, take a deep breath in and exhale. And on the exhale, we're going to transition slowly into a forward fold. So I'm just going to send my hips up high, but my hands stay low, my head stays low. I almost said my hand. I don't know what a hem is. Well, I mean, I know what a hem is. Okay, pressing through our feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Pressing through those feet. Inhale to come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's do one round of sun salutations. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, neck is long. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands and step or hop back into plank. Hold this plank for just a minute. Sending the energy down the heels. See if you can lift the hips up a little bit. Pulling the belly button is fine. And then either use supported plank or slowly come all the way down to your belly. And do a little flipping the feet and palms next to your face, forearms down. Inhale the spine away from the body. First thing, opening up the heart space and your throat chakra. I will speak up for myself. I will speak up for myself. And release. Press back into downward facing dog. And then look between the hands and actually do the same thing that we did just a second ago. See if you can step or hop with your feet to either side of your hands. All right, so we're in a malasana. I know this is not a typical sun salutation, but just trust me. Flex the fingers and we're going to scoot back into plank again, or step back into plank. And one more time, inhale, exhale, hands to either side of the feet. Or no, feet on either side of your hands. From here, rolling up, hips first, bring the feet in. And now inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, pressing through the feet. Inhale to come all the way up, and exhale, hands to heart. Fantastic. All right, weight goes onto the left foot, and we're going to go back into a little warrior series. Okay, weight on the left foot. Inhale, right knee up just a little bit. Maybe even grab it with your fingers. Press the knee into the fingers into the knees. That opens up your shoulders. And let's press back into a step back into a warrior one. Raise those arms up, opening up your heart, opening up your throat chakra. I will speak up for myself. Inhale and exhale, shift into warrior two. Check your front knee, check your back leg. Excellent. And then we're going to go into reverse warrior. Hand can come to the hip, hand can come behind you, or hand can just stay on your back leg. But inhale that left arm up, arcing over wherever you're at, taking 2 breaths here to open up that heart and open up your throat. Excellent. Release. Now let's straighten that front leg, scoot the back leg in into triangle. Now here you might want to have a block. I'll have that handy. Inhale, arms out wide. Exhale, reaching the left fingertips over the left ankle. Exhale, hinging at the hips, and my left hand comes down to the block, to my chin, to the ankle, or to the floor. Right fingertips reaching up toward the ceiling, feeling a gentle twist in our back. Now from here, we're going to go into a half moon. I don't know why that was so hard. So you can use the block for this if you'd like, but I'm going to transfer my weight now onto my left foot. Keep my right hand up. Let the left foot take on all my weight as my right leg reaches up. I can take my left hand onto the block, or my left hand floats down to the floor, whatever works for you today. Really extending that spine, feeling the top of your head pulling away from your torso and your right leg really pressing away from your torso, right fingertips up toward the ceiling. We're going to come up and we're going to actually make our way toward a dancer posture. So I'm going to release from here. Weight is on my left foot. And I'm going to bring my torso up. Now from here, we can do a couple different things. I can just bring my right heel up to my hip and hold on to it and stay in a nice flamingo, opening up my heart, opening up the chest, pulling the shoulders away, or bending that left knee just a little bit, micro bend, holding on to my right foot with my right hand, kicking into the right hand and reaching the left hand forward. And maybe you're slightly bent, maybe you're holding onto the wall, or maybe you try to tilt a little bit, kicking that leg back, but keeping your heart space open. So really whatever is going to work for you. All right. Excellent. And we're going to release here, woo, without falling, release here. And I'm going to tilt my body forward. My forehead's going down too, down to the block or down to the mat into a little half split. Slowly stepping back, my right foot behind me. So I'm in a kind of a low lunge here for just a second. Weight is on the right foot, sliding the left foot out to a three-legged dog, balancing those hips. Inhale, exhale, bending the left knee, bringing left knee to left elbow, and I can hold it right here for about 2 breaths, or inhale and exhale, let the left knee slide along the left forearm to the wrist, and then exhale, coming back up. Inhale, coming back up, and exhale, sliding down. One more time. Inhale to the elbow, exhale, sliding down, and then stepping all the way back to down dog. So from here, we're going to go through to plank. Inhale, floating into a nice plank. Exhale, slowly lowering all the way down. Flip my feet, palms gently on the mat. Inhale, spine away from the body to a gentle back bend. Exhale, forward fold, pressing back into a down dog. Now from here, look at our hands. We'll do just like what we did before. Inhale and exhale. Step or hop the feet on either side of the hands, however that looks to you. Exhale, forward, hips rise up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Press to the feet. Inhale to come all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Sweet. You ready for the other side? Okay. So weight goes onto our right foot this time. Maybe we inhale the left knee up. You don't need to if you don't want to. Do some ankle circles, pressing into the fingers around the knee if this is feeling good. And if not, join me in a warrior one. So let's step back into warrior one. Arms up, really opening up our throat chakra, our heart space, really feeling the spine elongating. Inhale and exhale into warrior two. Tuck your front knee, tuck your back leg. Excellent. Okay, humble warrior. So peaceful warrior. Bringing my left hand to left hip or behind the back or down the leg. Inhale the right arm arcing over. A little peaceful warrior here. You could hear my cat snoring. It would be very distracting. Inhale and exhale, release, straightening that front leg, scoot the back leg in, triangle pose. Reaching my arms out, either direction. Feel the energy pulling both directions. Inhale, right fingertips over the right foot. Exhale, hinging at the hips, coming down to the shin, to a block. or to your ankle/floor, sending the energy out to the left fingertip. Okay, so remember, we're going to go into a half moon. So half moon, I'm going to put all my weight onto my right foot, send through here, either sending my right hand to a block or to the mat. I'm going to move back a little bit here. Left leg raises up, left fingers reach up toward the top of the ceiling. And then we'll release, bringing the torso, balancing out the hips, bringing the torso up. And we can bring our left foot up into a flamingo and just pulling the foot toward the hips if you can, shoulders down, or grab onto the top of the left foot with your left hand, reaching the right hand out. Maybe we just stay here or bend that right knee and really kick out, opening the heart space, keeping that open, radiating light and love in front of you. And as we release, we'll do that forward fold into another half split for just a moment. Gently placing the left foot down or in that low lunge just for a second. Weight goes on the left foot. Inhale and exhale the right leg out to three-legged dog. So from here, inhale, exhale, the right knee bends and comes to right elbow. You can hold it right here, or inhale, exhale, slide the right knee down the right forearm. Inhale, bring it back up to the elbow. Exhale, knee to wrist. Inhale to the elbow. Exhale, knee to wrist. And step back to down dog. This time, let's go through a full chaturanga to up dog. So inhale, exhale into a plank for a moment, slowly lowering down chaturanga, flip the tops of the feet, pull the spine away, open up that heart space, up dog. Exhale back into downward facing dog. And let's take a moment here to just breathe. Take one more breath. And we'll slowly lower those knees down to the mat. And we're going to do a little camel action here. Now, for anyone who cannot do camel, feel free to jump in to doing a bridge posture instead. Even if it's a supported bridge, you could do that as well. All right, from our knees, bring the shoulders up and our spine nice and tall. Find one more posture to really open up our heart, ready to receive the goods and the beauty of the universe, and open up our throat chakra to take care, self-advocate, and to take care of ourselves. I'm going to take my left hand and reach the left hand to be, I could just stay at my left hip and do it just a baby back bend, or left hand all the way to left heel, reaching the right arms up overhead. Be gentle with your lower back. Listen to what it needs. Make sure that your throat chakra is open so that you can breathe and swallow and all that stuff. Inhale and exhale, slowly coming out. Use your abdomen to pull out or to swirl, kind of swirling over to the side. Just be gentle with the lower back. And now we're going to do a little half frog. So I'm going to take my left knee, move it up, my right leg, stretch it back, and then move my left knee out to the side. So listen to your body though. If you have any kind of pain in your knee or even in your hip, do not go into this posture. You could do instead a reclined pigeon posture. So that means on your back, bringing your knee up to the chest, but left ankle would be on your right knee, and you could do that way. Okay, and release, pressing back, coming back into our neutral tabletop, bringing the torso up. We'll do this on the other side. So again, spine nice and tall. Right arm comes to the hip, left arm up, or maybe taking the right hand to the right heel, opening up heart space and throat chakra. Fingers are reaching either back behind you or just up to the top of the ceiling. Whatever variation works for you. And release, coming back out, and we'll do our half frog on the other side. So planting my hands down on the mat, right knee comes up, left leg stretches back, and then we bring that right knee out to the side. So half frog. Again, if this doesn't feel good, if you have any pain at all, back out of this, don't do it. Go instead into a supine or on your back pigeon posture. Take one more breath here and release, and let's come back into our neutral tabletop. I'm going to cross my ankles, send my weight back from my hips, and we're going to do a little boat pose. Okay, so typical boat pose, nay, not today. Instead, spine nice and tall. You can just bring the knees into your chest, holding it right here, activating that core. And if that's enough, that's enough. Or grab your toes. It can be different. And see if you can kick your heels out to the side, keeping that spine nice and tall, activating that core. Maybe you can kick your legs all the way out. So it's almost like a straight-legged happy baby sitting up. Breathing into this, whatever posture you are using. Great, wunderbar. And release. Okay, feet on the mat. Activate that core, spine nice and long, slowly coming down. We'll do some closing postures here. So if you get the heels close to your hips, we'll just windshield wiper our knees side to side. Be very gentle, just loosening up anything we've done to the lower back. All right, and then let's bring the knees up into the chest. Give yourself a nice hug. Roll back and forth if that feels good. And let's let the knees gently fall to the left. Right arm reaches out to the right, eyes gaze on the right hand. And exhale, bring those knees in. And exhale, let the knees fall now to the right. Maybe there's a block there, maybe not. Reach your left arm out. Don't disturb your kitty. Hi, buddy. Just so dang cute. And release, come back into center. And we will close our class almost the way that we started the class. And that'll be bringing the bottoms of our feet together into a nice supine Baddha Konasana. Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring one hand to belly, one hand to heart. Maybe you want a blanket and you'll stay here for a while, or maybe we'll just take 3 slow, deep breaths. Remember that you are amazing. You are strong. You can do hard things. I really believe that. We just have to believe it individually. If you want to stay here, you should. Maybe reach out your legs and do a nice shavasana for about 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes or longer. Or if you'd like, you can kind of rock your legs back, release your hands, bring the knees to the chest again, and we're going to roll to a seated position. So I like to grab the backs of my legs, send my heels forward, and I'm going to roll 2 to 3 times just to give my back a little massage. I like it, but you don't have to. Come to a nice seated position, and we'll close out class here. So from here, I invite you to at least do that somatic release that we did at the beginning of the class. We'll just do this flow again the next time you feel really stressed, anxious, maybe even a little bit depressed. Take a few deep breaths here, and then we'll close class as we always do, inhaling arms up overhead, bringing in all the good and beautiful that we can. Palms together. Exhale, hands to heart, bowing. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. Don't forget, in about 2 weeks, I'll have a really fun 1 week self-nurturing, self-care at-home retreat for you on this video, on multiple videos. I hope to see you then.